Good morning. So in the last class, I was doing the design of fixed portal frame. Okay, let me brush up and take further. Okay, in the last class, what I have done, so I was doing the design of one-way continuous slab. I have written the data part, then I have taken the design of one-way continuous slab. So as you people know that as it is a slab, okay, so usually we need to calculate the spacing of bars. If I want to calculate the spacing of bars, I need to know what is the AST that needs to be provided. If I want to know AST, how much AST you people will be providing? How much bend takes place? That much. So how much bend it takes place? It depends on the loading. So how much load? It depends on the dimension. So that's why I started with the dimension. I have calculated the load. But in one-way continuous slab, I have calculated the dead load and live load separately because code suggests the formula in such manner. So that's why. And we have calculated the bending moment. In bending moment also we have calculated 4 values, 2 in span moments and 2 in the end moments. All those things I have explained in the last class. Now let me continue further. So observe here. I have calculated the bending moments. Now let me go with the check for effective depth. So as usual, so in the starting I have assumed some depth. In the starting I have assumed some depth. Now let me check whether the depth is sufficient or not, or is there any problem with that. So now let me go with check for effective depth. So check for effective depth. Okay. So we know the value mu limit is equal to 0.36 xu max by d into 1 minus 0.42 xu max by d into FCK BD square. Yes or no? So now mu limit, out of those 4 values that we have calculated in the last class, okay, let me take the highest value. For highest value, if the depth that we have provided is sufficient, then obviously for the other values it will be safe. So which is the highest value? So one value is 16.7, next one is 13.13, the next one is minus 19.4 and the next one is minus 17.50. Neglect the positive and negative sign. Signs only indicate whether it is hogging or sagging. Okay, so here the highest value is 19.4. So 19.4 into 10 power 6 is equal to 0.36. So here the grade of steel that they have given is Fe415. For Fe415, xu max by d value is 0.48 into 1 minus 0.42 into 0.48 into FCK is 20. As it is a slab, the breadth is 1000. I need to calculate the depth only. Okay. So now after solving it using the calculator, the value of d that we are getting here is 83.85 mm. 83.85 mm. Now let me check what is the effective depth that we have provided. So the effective depth that we have provided is 125 mm. So d that we have provided is 125 mm. So code suggests that for this particular moment, what is the depth that is sufficient? So the depth that we got as per the code, it is 83.85 mm. Okay, so whatever the depth, effective depth that we have provided is more than this. So hence it is safe, hence okay. Okay, so now we have calculated the effective depth. So now after the calculation of the moment, we have calculated the effective depth. After effective depth, so I need to go with the area of steel. Here area of steel, I will be considering 2 particular portions. One is the mid span and one more is the support span. because bending moment also we have calculated in that particular pattern. So end span moment or support moments or span moments. Span moments means the mid portion moment. So end support moment means, so it is the end of the support. So now what I will be doing is, I will be going with next heading, area of mid span steel. Area of mid span steel. I think I have already explained you people. I think you people remember, whenever it is a continuous slab, how the deflection pattern will be. So I have already explained in the last class. Okay, here what happens? So we need to provide the reinforcement at the center as well as near the support. So that's why we need to calculate the area of steel in the mid span as well as the area of steel in the support positions. Okay, so now area of mid span steel. So same thing, AST. How to calculate the AST? Using the formula mu is equal to 0.87 Fy AST into D into 1 minus Fy AST divided by FCKB into D. Okay, now the important thing is which particular value of mu that you need to substitute. So go with the span moments, that is the middle moment. So we are having two values. So what are those values for the middle one? So it is 16.7 and 13.13. You can cross check it. So 16.7 and 13.13. Out of those two, let me go with the higher value. So which is the higher value? 16.7. So let me take this as 16.7. To convert that into Newton mm, 10 power 6, 0.87. Fy is 415. AST only we need to calculate into D. Okay. So what is the effective depth? So it's 125. Yes or no? Yes, it's 125. Now 1 minus Fy is 415. AST divided by FCK is 20. Breadth, as it is a slab, it's 1000. So effective depth is 125. So using the calculator, if we solve, so the value of AST that we get, okay, so the value of AST that we get is 397 mm square. 397 mm square approximately. So it's 397 mm square. Okay, so now the thing is, as the AST value is very small, okay, now I need to compare with AST minimum. I think in the previous classes also I have told you people, so whenever the AST value is around 300, 400 or 500, so please do check for the AST minimum value. So here I will be doing the same thing. So check for AST minimum. So next thing is check for AST minimum. Okay, so what is the formula to calculate the value of AST minimum? I think you people remember, it's 0.12% of gross area, B into capital T. So it's 0.12%, 0.12 by 100, breadth is 1000. So what is the overall depth? Not effective depth. Overall depth is 150. So what is the value of AST that we are getting here is? So it's 180 mm square. 180 mm square. So now what I will be doing here is, let me compare this and this. What is the AST that we have provided? So it's 397. What is the AST minimum? So AST that we got is 397 mm square. So AST minimum as per code is 180 mm square. Okay, so AST is greater than AST minimum. So I can go with this. If by chance whatever the AST that we have provided is less than this AST minimum, then I need to go with AST minimum. Code suggests that minimum there should be that much amount of steel. Okay, so I need to go with that. Now what I will be doing is, after calculating the AST, finally what we need to do? So we need to calculate the spacing of bars, because as it is a slab, we need to calculate the spacing of bars. So now let me rub this. So now let me calculate the spacing of bars. Usually for the slabs, either you go with 10 or 12. Don't go beyond that. So usually we'll go with 10. For distribution bars, we'll go with 8 mm. Okay. So, sir, is there any mandatory? So you just go with 10 or 12 or 16. Nobody will go for 16 unless it is asked by the design. Okay. So 99% we don't go with 16 mm. If there is a huge span, we'll decide that. So now what I will be doing here is assuming 10 mm dia bars, assuming 10 mm dia bars. Okay. So spacing is equal to pi by 4 into d square whole divided by, what is the overall area? So it's 397 into 1000. So the value that we are getting here, is 197 mm. 197 mm. But you people know, code suggests one more thing. What is that? Spacing is least of the following. So spacing is least of the following. Least of the following. Spacing is least of the following. So what is the first one? 3 times the effective depth. So 3 into 125. So it's 375. Next, or 300 mm. So out of this, and this, which is least, I can say 197. You can go with 175 or 190 mm. Okay. So provide 10 mm dia bars at 190 mm center to center. Okay. So usually instead of going with 190, you would have gone with 175. It means that 7 inches center to center. Okay. So anyhow, as I am having that particular value in my book, so that it will be easy for me to take the value. So that's why I am taking 190 mm. Okay. So now I am done with the middle portion. Now still I am left out with the support portion. And before that, observe here, as it is a portal frame, okay, so I need to check for the deflection in the slab. Please remember this, I need to check for the deflection in the slab. Usually I will not be doing check for shear. So please remember, while doing the combined footing, okay, so while doing the combined footing, next while doing the cantilever retaining wall, okay, I have done the check for shear even though it is a slab. Just remember, so in toe slab and heel slab, I have done check for shear. The reason is the slab was resting on the soil. When the load is applied, there was a chance that there is a rubbing action. Not chance, there will be a rubbing action. So that's why there I have checked for the shear. So while doing combined footing also, so the same thing. So the footing slab was resting on the soil, so there will be shear. But here, don't you think that in a portal frame, okay, so the slab will be at the top. Okay, so that's why for the slab I will not be doing check for shear. Okay, instead I will be going with the check for deflection. So that is very important. For slabs, check for deflection plays a major role. So while calculating the check for deflection, observe here, I think you people know that for a continuous beam or slab, L by D ratio is equal to 26 times the multiplication factor F1 into F2 into F3. Why I am telling all these things? Just a minute. So L by D ratio, so L by D max I will be calling, is equal to 26 times. Why it is 26? Because it's a continuous slab into the modification factors F1 into F2 into F3. Check for deflection. Especially for calculation of F1, we need to find Fs. It's 0.58 times the AST provided, AST required by AST provided. I think you people remember. So this is the formula that we need to use to calculate Fs. Okay, so keeping this in my mind, so I want AST required also, I want the AST provided also. So that's why what I will be doing here is, so even though I got it as 197, I have reduced it and I have taken it as 190 mm center to center. Let me calculate AST provided also. Where this AST provided will be used? So while calculating F1. So what is the AST provided? So it's, just a minute. So AST provided is pi by 4 into 10 square. What is the spacing that I have provided? 190 into 1000. So what is the value that I will be getting? 413.37. 413.37 mm square. Okay, so now similarly let me go with, so area of support steel. Area of support steel. In some of the textbook they also give as area of support steel or negative steel. Okay, please remember this, area of support steel or negative steel, area of midspan steel or positive steel. Okay, so here also the same thing. I will not be writing the formula again, directly I will be substituting. Observe here. So for support span also, you people will be getting two particular values for moment. Yes or no? So let me check. So what are the two moments? Support moments is minus 19.4 kilonewton and one more is 17.5 kilonewton also. Let me go with 19.4 kilonewton. So I am using mu is equal to 0.87 Fyast into d into 1 minus Fyast divided by Fckbd. So it is 19.4 into 10 power 6. To convert that into Newton mm is equal to 0.87 Fyast into d into 1 minus Fyast divided by Fckb into d. So now let me calculate the value of AST. Okay, so what is the value of AST? So the value of AST that we are getting here is 465.3 mm square. 465.3 mm square. Here also AST is somewhere around 300, 400 or something like that. So let me compare it. Already we have calculated AST minimum. So what is the AST that we got here? It's 465.3 mm square. What is the AST minimum? In the last we have calculated it. Okay, AST minimum it was 180 mm square. Yes or no? So now whatever we have provided is more than this. So hence, okay. So now what I will be doing? So as we have calculated the area of steel, next is the spacing. Spacing, if I want to calculate, assume the dia of bars. Assume 10 mm dia bars. Okay, so spacing is equal to, okay, so it's pi by 4 into 10 square divided by AST 465.3 into 1000. So the value of spacing that we are getting here, so it's 168.7 mm. 168.7 mm. Same thing, spacing is least of the following. Spacing is least of the following. Already we have done it. So first one is 3 times the effective depth. Same value, nothing changes. So second one, 300 mm. So out of this, this and this. So can I say provide (10 mm) dia bars at 160 mm center to center. So as I told you people, I would still want to calculate the check for deflection. So as I want the check for deflection, let me calculate AST provided. So it's pi by 4 into 10 square divided by 160 into 1000. So the value of AST that we got here is 490.87. It's 490.87 mm square. So for the slabs, we have calculated the AST at the midspan, AST at the supports. So now I will not be doing the check for shear, directly I will be entering into the check for deflection. Okay, so now, and one more thing, observe here, in slab, as it is a one-way continuous slab, so in this particular direction, in the continuous direction, you people are providing the main steel. So at the support, different spacing, and at the midspan, different spacing. What about in this direction? So you need to provide the distribution steel, don't forget that. So next heading, let me rub this. So next heading, area of distribution steel, area of distribution steel, area of distribution steel. How to calculate the area of distribution steel? It is nothing but AST minimum. So it's 180 mm square. So as I have already told you people, so assume for distribution 8 mm dia bars. So spacing is equal to pi by 4 into 8 square divided by the area into 1000. So the value of spacing that we are getting here, okay, so is 279.25, 279.25 mm. So code suggests one more thing. So what is that? Spacing is least of the following, least of the following. So what is that? 5 times the effective depth. I think it's 625. Second one, 450 mm. So out of this, this and this. So can I say, so provide 10 mm, 8 mm dia bars at 270 mm center to center. Provide, okay, so 8 mm dia bars, 270 mm center to center. But my suggestion is, okay, so always end up with a value in an increment of 25 mm or like that, sorry, increment of 25 mm like that, because 25 mm is equal to 1 inch. Usually for the laborers, if we tell it in inches, that would be better. Okay, so anyhow, so this is about the distribution steel. So as I told you people, I will be going with check for deflection. Okay, so check for deflection, I will be doing it in the next class. Okay, so for time being, we'll wind up. Thank you.